Today we'll take a look at is different ways of representing geometric shapes and patterns in design for the purpose of actually viewing it and seeing it in three-dimensional shapes. So we're going to look today at how to draw both isometric drawings, isometric project or perspective drawings, as well as something called an orthographic drawing. And so what I would like for you to start off doing is consider a rectangular prism, basically like a cereal box, these dimensions. So you got 3 meters in length, 2 meters in width, and 1 meter in height. So what I'd like for you to do is sketch a drawing of this particular figure. And then I want you to compare your drawing with someone next to you. Okay? So do attempt to actually draw it. Now, if I was to draw this, I am not the world's greatest artist by any means, so I might draw something like 3 meters in length. I would call it 2 meters in width, and it says 1 meter in height. So my drawing might look something like this. Okay, so that's a three-dimensional representation. Again, it's not particularly great, but that is one type of way of drawing it. So there are very specific requirements about how we can draw things, and one of them is called an isometric drawing. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. And so an isometric drawing basically is a two-dimensional representation of a 3D figure. Okay, and that's what most projections are. We're trying to represent something in the real world that's three-dimensional in shape, that has height and depth and width, and we're trying to get that onto a flat page. Okay. So the drawing is going to end up looking three-dimensional, and we're going to actually rotate it to a corner view so that you can see both the top, the front, and the right-hand side of the figure all on an angle. Okay, and so we're going to use a rectangular prism again, and so we're going to see what it would look like as an isometric drawing if we were to draw it to a scale of 1 unit is equal to 1 meter. Okay, and so the scale, whenever you're doing drawings, you should always state the scale, or you should put the dimensions on the drawing to give the reader a good sense of what it is, of the actual size that you're trying to convey in your drawing. So to create an isometric drawing, you're going to draw the edges of the sides of the object along the angled lines. So each segment of a line is related to 1 unit of measurement. So what I would like for you to do is draw an isometric drawing of a rectangular prism that is 3 meters wide, that is 4 meters high, and that is 2 meters deep, okay, in the space above. So let's pick a corner. So I'm going to say this is my corner that I'm going to start off with. Okay. So I need to draw 3 meters wide. So again, you are never going to get a horizontal line, okay, when you're using an isometric drawing. There are no horizontal lines. There are vertical lines, but no horizontal lines. So 3 meters wide would be 1, 2, 3 meters. Okay. Then I want to draw it 4 meters high. Okay. So from my starting point, I'm going to go up by 4 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to collect those dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to connect those dots. Okay. And I'm also going to connect the top pieces here as well. And it tells me that it's going to be 2 meters in depth. So I'm going to draw from the bottom corner here out 2 meters. So 1, 2. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I'll do the same thing over here. Okay. And then I'm going to connect my lines. 1, 2. So now I'm able to actually see the top of this box, the front of this box, and I can also see the right-hand side of this box because it's rotated slightly such that I can see the right-hand side. Okay, so that's how you would go about doing an isometric drawing. So again, let's say I wanted to do another drawing. I've got a starting position here. I want to draw it, let's say, 4 meters wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to draw it 1 meter high, or 1 unit high. So up by 1, and it's going to be 6 units wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Connect those dots. And I'm just drawing along the dots here. So I want to go 6 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, connect those dots. And there you go. Now I can see the top of this. I can see the front. And I can see the side. Okay, so I've taken a three-dimensional object and I've rotated it so that I can see the top, the front, and the side.